What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the Big Fight Field channel, where we speak the truth, we're honest, and we give our takes on pro wrestling. It is Friday, June 28th, 2024, and today I'm giving you my preview and predictions for Sunday night's AEW New Japan Pro Wrestling Forbidden Door. Yes, it is Forbidden Door season. AEW, New Japan. This year you got CMLL. You have Stardom a part of it. The card is nice on paper, in my opinion. I'm looking forward to the show. As I said on my Dynamite review, I think most American wrestling fans, uh, don't want to invest their time in the New Japan and the CMLL wrestlers that come over to AEW um, at this time of year, and they're just not invested in that and this particular show. I do like the concept. It is dying out a little bit though, just because AEW took New Japan's biggest pro wrestlers like Will Ospreay, Kazuchika Okada. But we got some big matches still on the show. It's going to be a hell of a show. I'm excited. AEW, we know how they do it with pay-per-views, man. They knock it out of the park every time. They literally, outside of like maybe 3 times, they knock it out of the park. So I'm very excited for the show. And we're going to be here Sunday night reviewing the Forbidden Door pay per view once it is over. So it'll get over at midnight. I'll be reviewing the show, no problem. And I'm excited for it. We got 10 matches to talk about with this Forbidden Door. Not going to go in any particular order that I put it in. Just going to go from the bottom to the top. And we start at the 6-man tag that was Wednesday night, made official on Dynamite. We are getting the Young Bucks and Kazuchika Okada teaming up to face the Acclaimed and Hiroshi Tanahashi. Tanahashi appeared on the Titantron on Wednesday night's Dynamite to make this official. And, last week, not this past week, but last week, the Acclaimed defeated the Young Bucks, so they have a shot at the AEW Tag Team Championships in the future. But Okada, in the first 2 years of Forbidden Door, has not won. He lost in a fatal 4-way match for the IWGP Heavyweight Championship, and last year he lost in the main event to Bryan Danielson, which everybody had as a dream match, and it ended up being a good match. And not saying that's bad, but a lot of people went into that match with high expectations, and I think a lot of people were disappointed coming out of it. But their second match at Wrestle Kingdom, that was better. So I'm going to go with the heels. I'm going to take the Elite on this one because I don't think they're going to win the Blood and Guts match coming up. And the Young Bucks just lost to the Acclaimed. I think they get one up on the Acclaimed right here. So, and, Tanahashi can just take the pin so they can protect the Acclaim before they get a tag team championship match coming up against the Young Bucks. So for this 6-man tag, I'm gonna take the Young Bucks and Kazuchika Okada. Round 1 of the Owen Hart Cup tournament, you have Shingo Takagi 1-on-1 versus Bryan Danielson. This match is going to be awesome. I'm really looking forward to this match. Takagi is one of the best in New Japan Pro Wrestling now, with all the big names gone. And Bryan Danielson has always wanted to wrestle Shingo Takagi. And Danielson didn't wrestle at the first Forbidden Door, but last year he wrestled Okada. Now this year he's wrestling Shingo Takagi. Dragon versus Dragon. And this one is going to be awesome. I think if I gave you a top 3 matches I'm looking forward to the most, I would probably put this in there. I would say the main event, this match, and then probably Um, you know, Tony Storm versus Mina Shirakawa, just the way they've built it up. I'm really excited for that match. Um, but this match, very predictable. Bryan Danielson for the win. Bryan Danielson will then go to Dynamite on Wednesday and wrestle Pac in the semifinals of the Owen Hart Cup tournament. But we know it's going to happen. We know who's going to win this match. It's how good of a match this is going to be. I think this match is going to be great. I'm really excited to see how this match goes down. This is certainly a match that the fans are going to love. MJF is going one-on-one versus Hechicero. Ladies and gentlemen, I said it last week on the Dynamite Review, and I'll say it again. The only reason this match is happening on pay-per-view is because, number one, Roosh cannot legally be on this Forbidden Door show because of CMLL, and CMLL does not want Roosh a part of Forbidden Door. That's the first reason. And the second reason is because the show is on Long Island. MJF is from Long Island, and it would be stupid for him not to have a match on this show. So they're going to put him in the ring against one of the biggest wrestlers in CMLL, Hechicero. Hechicero's really good, guys. And I know people are too lazy to go look up and research Hechicero, but when Tonga Loa debuts in WWE, they got no problem having time to research him. It's funny how that goes. But Hechicero's good. This is not a pay-per-view match by any means necessary. This match really doesn't have a build. The only reason this is on the card is because MJF is from Long Island. So MJF is going to beat Hechicero. The match is going to be really good, probably. And I would not be shocked if this opens the show. I could see this being the opener of the show to get the crowd going, for MJF to get the crowd going for the rest of the night. So I think MJF is going to beat Hechicero. That is the most predictable match on the entire show. Zack Sabre Jr. is taking on Orange Cassidy. And this has a story. You don't want to pay attention, but this absolutely does have a story. Last year at Forbidden Door, Orange Cassidy retained the International Championship in a Fatal 4-Way match. And Zack Sabre Jr. was a part of that Fatal 4-Way match. And he told Orange Cassidy that we're not done, and I'm coming back for you in the future. Well, now he's coming back for Orange Cassidy, and he wants to wrestle him again at this year's Forbidden Door, this time one-on-one singles match. And if this was me, I would give Zack Sabre Jr. this win. He's lost the last 2 years at Forbidden Door, and quite frankly, Orange Cassidy is a made man. Orange Cassidy does not need to win this match like he needed to win the match last year at Forbidden Door. And people were saying that Zack should win the International Championship last year. I remember this. But this year, I do think Zack should beat Orange Cassidy. But because this is mostly an AEW show, Orange Cassidy is going to win this match. But I'm really excited for this match. It's going to be excellent. Zack Sabre Jr. is phenomenal. I love his style. Love the technical style of Zack Sabre Jr. Orange Cassidy is a phenomenal wrestler too, guys. So, and this is the match Zack wanted. Zack was praising Orange Cassidy on interviews before Forbidden Door and, talking very highly of Orange Cassidy. So, they're going to put on a banger. I'm really excited for this. We then have the championship matches. Okay, here we go. Championship matches. This was not made official, so don't take us for granted. But we have Minoru Suzuki, Chris Jericho for the FTW Championship. We don't know if that's official or not, but if it is, I'm going to take Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho will defeat Minoru Suzuki at Forbidden Door if that match happens to take place. Now we get into the main championship matches at Forbidden Door. And this results in title for title. This is a winner take all match, and you guys know what I'm talking about. Mercedes Moné, 1-on-1 with Stephanie Vacure from CMLL. This is for the New Japan Strong Women's Championship and the TBS Championship. And there's two reasons why I'm not looking forward to this match as much as other people are. Number one, I have done my research on Stephanie Vacure, but I've never seen her wrestle before. So this is going to be my first match seeing her wrestle in. And second, they really haven't done much building to this match. So they reverse psychology. The main build going into Double or Nothing for the women's division was the TBS Championship with Willow and Mercedes. The main build in the women's division for Forbidden Door has been for the women's championship, the AEW Women's World Championship, between Mina Shirakawa and Toni Storm. And we'll get to that match next, actually. But this is predictable as well. Stephanie Vacure will not win the TBS Championship. The TBS Championship, yeah, I said that right. Mercedes is going to be a double champion. The question is not if Mercedes is going to win this match or not. The question is what is in line for Mercedes as well. What is Mercedes' big match going to be at Wembley Stadium? Because that's a big deal. That should be a big deal for Mercedes to have a big match at Wembley Stadium. That needs to be a big deal because she's a big enough star where she can have one of the bigger matches at the biggest show of the year for AEW, which is All In. So she needs to be spotlighted heavily on that All In show, and she needs to have a credible opponent. So that's going to be the question coming out of this. She's going to beat Stephanie Vacure, but we'll see what happens. I'm more interested in what happens with Mercedes coming out of this pay-per-view. And then I said we would get into the other match, the other women's match. Mina Shirakawa up against Toni Storm, the AEW Women's Championship. And I can't believe I'm saying this. It's been a damn while since AEW has a women's championship match on pay-per-view that I'm really excited about. Like, I haven't had this feeling since probably, I want to say 2022, when it was Jamie Hayter and Toni Storm back at Full Gear. I'm really excited about this, folks. I love the build to this with Mina, Mariah May, Toni Storm. Last night was good. A really good angle last night. They beat the Outcast. They're celebrating in the ring. Mina and Toni Storm toast. Mariah May gets them champagne bottles or champagne glass. And Mina, while Mariah and Toni Storm are dancing, grabs the champagne bottle, tries to smash it over Toni Storm, but hits Mariah May, and it was really good stuff. Really good stuff on Dynamite last Wednesday night, and I think that's going to come back to bite her. I think Mariah May is going to help Toni Storm win this match, and I know both of them are capable of having a great match. So I'm excited to see the story that they're going to tell, how this match is going to end, and the match. I think the match is going to be great. So I'm really looking forward to this. I'm going to take Toni Storm to win. That's my prediction. Pretty obvious one. There's no way Mina Shirakawa is going to win against Toni Storm. A lot of predictable matches on this Forbidden Door card. MJF, Bryan Danielson, Mercedes, Tony Storm. Feel like this is a predictable match as well. But this match, with the wrestlers that are in this match, this should be crazy. We have a 6-person ladder match for the TNT Championship. This is Konosuke Takeshita, Mark Briscoe, Dante Martin, Jack Perry, Leo Rush, and El Phantasmo. El Phantasmo, if you don't want spoiler, I mean, pretty much told you, but El Phantasmo qualified to be the 6th and last guy on Rampage. So he's going to be in this ladder match for the TNT Championship. There's going to be some crazy shit in this match. And I got a feeling the crowd is going to eat this up the entire match. The crowd will eat it up, and high spot after high spot after high spot. You want total nonstop action? I just put over TNA. But you want fast-paced action the entire match. This is your match. This is it right here. And again, it's not a question of who's going to win the match. We all know who's going to win the match. Jack Perry is obviously winning the TNT Championship in this match. My guy, the scapegoat, Jack Perry. Yep. Got his shirt that came in the mail like 2 weeks ago, by the way. So be repping that on Sunday night. But the only other guy who I guess you can make a case for is Konosuke Takeshita. But it's quite obvious he's not going to win now because Takeshita's wrestling in the G1. So you're not going to put the TNT Championship on Takeshita. He's going to fly out to Japan and wrestle in the G1. And you're not going to have your TNT champion on television for the next month. That's not how it works. So Jack Perry is going to take home the TNT Championship here. The other guys don't stand a chance. And then your 2 World Championship matches. This one, I don't really care for, to be honest with you. I love Jon Moxley. I love Naito. But how many times have we seen this fucking match? And this is not AEW's fault. I think New Japan has more to do with this than AEW does. We could have gotten Takeshita versus Jon Moxley on this show. Jon Moxley could have represented New Japan Pro Wrestling because he's the New Japan World Champion. And then if New Japan wanted to do a rematch between Naito and Moxley on that show, they could have done it that way. But we're getting Naito and Moxley on this show. The match will probably be good, yes. But I don't know, man. It's just the fact that we've seen this so many times in New Japan. And it's like, we're going to get it again. And I think in this case, Moxley is going to put over Naito. And Naito is going to win back the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship on this show. And then your main event. Probably right behind Sting's retirement match. This is probably the biggest match AEW has done this year. Outside of the Sting retirement match at Revolution. This match right here. Will Ospreay, one-on-one with Swerve Strickland for the AEW World Championship. I was blown away. Blown away when they booked this match for Forbidden Door and not All In. And it seems like they're taking a different path with what's happened on television. And there's so many questions. So many questions going into this. Swerve was the last one standing on Wednesday night, holding up his AEW World Championship. So how's this finish going to go? How's this match going to go? We know the match is going to be incredible. This is probably going to be a match of the year candidate. No doubt. This will be a match of the year candidate. I don't know if it'll be better than Ospreay versus Danielson, but this will be match of the year. It'll be up there. But what's going to happen? Is Ospreay going to beat him clean? I don't see that happening. There's no way Swerve should lose the championship this fast. No way. So what's going to happen? Is Don Callis going to screw over Will Ospreay? Will Ospreay did say a couple weeks ago that he didn't need Don Callis and he didn't need the Don Callis family. Don't forget about that. Or is he going to get fucked over by MJF? Is MJF going to get his revenge on Will Ospreay? Because Ospreay upstaged him on Dynamite. And MJF doesn't like being upstaged by anybody. So there's so many questions going into this match, but I'm telling you right now, it would be a huge mistake if Swerve does not win this match. Swerve needs to win this match. Swerve needs to go to All In as the AEW World Champion. And those are your Forbidden Door predictions. I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in. Be sure to subscribe to the Big Fight Field channel. I will be back right here Sunday night to go over the Forbidden Door pay-per-view here on the Big Fight Field channel. Hit the like button if you like what you heard from me. Follow me on Twitter at Conlon_Joseph. And that's all I got. So I will see you guys Sunday night for the Forbidden Door review right here on the Big Fight Field channel. Have a good night. Stay safe. And as always, stay classy and love wrestling. I'm out. Peace.